Welcome back to Genetics Lecture Series. This is part 7. Today we are going to do many important topics, especially linkage and recombination. Let us revise what we have done till now. Firstly, we studied that scientist Gregor Mendel worked on garden pea, right? And he found that the one of the parental allele was always dominant over the other. This parental allele was completely dominant over the recessive allele, right? And Mendel also showed that during monohybrid cross, the phenotypic and genotypic ratios that are found are 3:1 and 1:2:1 respectively. Right? In dihybrid crosses, Mendel found the ratio of 9:3:3:1. Mendel's experiments and findings are also known as Mendelian inheritance or Mendelian genetics. Now, when other scientists repeated the Mendel's experiments on other plants, they did not find the same results. The ratio of the phenotypic and genotypic in the monohybrid and dihybrid crosses that the other scientists found on other plants were not same as Mendel found. The concepts of incomplete dominance and codominance are examples of deviation from Mendel's experiments, and thus these are called as deviation from Mendelian inheritance, or we also call it as non-Mendelian inheritance. In incomplete dominance and codominance, the scientists did not find that the one of the parental allele is completely dominant over the other. In incomplete dominance, F1 offspring did not resemble to any of the parents, but it showed mixed results, right? And in codominance, the F1 offspring showed both the parental alleles. That is what we saw in the example of AB blood group. What happened in AB blood group? That both the parental alleles IA and IB were expressed in F1 and AB blood group was formed. In both incomplete dominance and codominance, the phenotypic and genotypic ratios that are obtained are same, and they are 1:2:1. Fine. These concepts of incomplete dominance and codominance come under non-Mendelian inheritance or non-Mendelian genetics because the ratios and the results deviated from the Mendel's findings. Fine. Different observations of Mendelian and non-Mendelian inheritance made scientists more curious about genetic control of characteristics, and thus many scientists started exploring more about inheritance. You might remember that we studied during sex determination the role of chromosomes in carrying DNA and genes. हमने देखा था कि क्रोमोसोम में DNA जो है वो इंटैक्ट होता है coiled फॉर्म में, राइट? And DNA only contains the genes, right? Discoveries and studies on chromosomes led scientists study more about the relation between chromosomes and genes, and there came two scientists that proposed the chromosomal theory of inheritance, in which they told about the relation between chromosomes and genes. It was proposed by Sutton and Boveri. The chromosomal theory of inheritance proposed that genes are located at specific places on chromosome. What does this mean? That there is a chromosome and there is a small segment of DNA, okay, and it contains gene at a specific place. This specific place where the gene is located is called as loci. Fine. Second postulate of chromosomal theory of inheritance was that the behavior of chromosomes during meiosis explains Mendel's laws of inheritance. मतलब क्रोमोसोम्स का जो बिहेवियर है मियोसिस के टाइम पे वो क्या एक्सप्लेन करता है? It was explaining the Mendel's laws of inheritance. कैसे? Let us see. Firstly, Sutton and Boveri told that just like genes occur in pairs, chromosomes also occur in pairs, and these pairs of chromosomes are called as homologous chromosomes. Genes के pairs को हम क्या बोलते हैं? Alleles, right? Similarly, chromosome के pairs को हम बोलते हैं homologous chromosomes. For example, this is a chromosome. So chromosomes also occur in pairs. This is homologous chromosome. and these two arms of chromosomes are called as sister chromatids. क्या बोलते हैं आर्म्स को? sister chromatids. And just like alleles of genes are inherited one from father and one from mother, chromosomes are also inherited in a similar way. That is, one from father and one from mother. Father's chromosome is called as paternal and mother's chromosome is called as maternal. Okay. Since we have studied that there are 23 sets of chromosomes in humans, that is 23 sets means 23 into 2, 46, right? So always one copy is from father and one copy is from mother. That is, we have 23 chromosomes from paternal side and 23 chromosomes from maternal side. Okay. That is, chromosomes are also inherited just like alleles of a gene. That is, one copy is from one parent and another copy is from another parent. Fine. It was also proposed in the chromosomal theory of inheritance that the chromosomes assort independently. Just like gene alleles assort independently, chromosomes भी independently assort होते हैं. इसका क्या मतलब है? These are the chromosomes. At the time of cell division, we know that this chromosome will go with this only and this will go with this only. But it does not happen in this way. Chromosome assort means mix. Chromosomes can mix independently. That means this combination can also be formed. This can go with this or it can go with this also. That means this combination can be formed. Similarly, this chromosome can go with this one or it can form assort with this one. Fine. This is called as independent assortment of chromosomes. Now this was just theoretical analysis for the relation between chromosomes and genes. The experimental proof for the chromosomal theory of inheritance was given by scientist T.H. Morgan. T.H. Morgan worked on Drosophila melanogaster. So experimental proof of the chromosomal theory of inheritance was given by scientist T.H. Morgan. और उन्होंने किस पे काम किया था? फ्रूट फ्लाई पे. फ्रूट फ्लाई को साइंटिफिकली हम बोलते हैं ड्रोसोफिला मेलानोगास्टर. ठीक है. टी.एच. मॉर्गन ने ड्रोसोफिला को चूज किया था बिकॉज देयर वर मेनी रीजंस. फर्स्टली, ड्रोसोफिला में कंट्रास्टिंग ट्रेट्स थे जो कि मेल्स और फीमेल्स में डिस्टिंक्टली विजिबल थे. मेल्स और फीमेल्स में ऐसे कुछ ट्रेट थे जो कि अलग दिख रहे थे. ठीक है. क्या ट्रेट्स थे वो? फर्स्ट था बॉडी कलर. बॉडी कलर वॉज आइदर ब्राउन और येलो. ठीक है. आई कलर वॉज आइदर रेड आई कलर और व्हाइट आइज. एंड विंग साइज वॉज आइदर लार्ज और वेरी स्मॉल. इन अदर वर्ड्स वी कॉल इट मिनिएचर. ठीक है. ऑल दीज ट्रेट्स आर डोमिनेंट and these one were found to be recessive. Okay. Second reason was that the fruit flies could be easily grown in lab and a single mating was producing large number of flies. And thirdly, life cycle of Drosophila is just 2 weeks. So it was possible to study many generations in less time. Right? Now, to understand Morgan's experiments, we must understand some basic concepts like linkage and recombination. And the topics linkage and recombination are important from exam point of view. So हम इसको थोड़ा ध्यान से समझेंगे. ठीक है. What is linkage? Physical association of genes on chromosomes. क्या मतलब है इसका? For example, this is a chromosome and there are genes located, one here, another gene here. For example, this is gene A, this is gene B. Here a gene C is located and here a gene D is located. At the time of cell division, there are more chances that the gene A will go with C only and the gene B will go with D only. These genes A and C, which are located on the same chromosome, are called as linked genes. क्या बोलते हैं उनको? Linked genes. Linked genes means the genes that are located on the same chromosome. Linked genes can be close to each other. That means C gene can be here also, or it can be here also, it can be here also. That means genes can be located close to each other also, and they can be far apart also. But if they are located on the same chromosome, they are called as linked genes. ठीक है? And this physical association of genes on chromosomes is called as linkage. ठीक है? सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट है क्रॉसिंग ओवर और रिकॉम्बिनेशन. अब इसको ध्यान से समझेंगे. क्या होता है क्रॉसिंग ओवर? एक्सचेंज ऑफ क्रोमोसोमल सेगमेंट्स बिटवीन नॉन सिस्टर क्रोमैटिड्स. समझते हैं इसको. हमने किया था कि दिस इज अ होमोलॉगस क्रोमोसोम. ठीक है? और ये दो क्या होते हैं? सिस्टर क्रोमैटिड्स. राइट? होमोलॉगस क्रोमोसोम्स की 2 आर्म्स को हम बोलते हैं सिस्टर क्रोमैटिड्स. ठीक है? नाउ व्हेन 2 क्रोमोसोम्स आर टेकन, तो इनकी आर्म्स को हम क्या बोल सकते हैं? नॉन सिस्टर क्रोमैटिड्स. ठीक है? व्हाट हैपेंस एट द टाइम ऑफ सेल डिवीजन? जो ये नॉन सिस्टर क्रोमैटिड्स हैं, ये अपने क्रोमोसोमल सेगमेंट्स को एक्सचेंज करते हैं. राइट? सी हियर, दीज आर स्मॉल सेगमेंट्स एक्सचेंज हो रहे हैं. ठीक है? सो क्या होता है इस एक्सचेंज के बाद? द क्रोमोसोम्स फॉर्म न्यू कॉम्बिनेशंस. ठीक है? तो हम बोल सकते हैं रिकम्बाइन होते हैं. ठीक है? जो क्रोमोसोमल आर्म्स हैं, जो नॉन सिस्टर क्रोमैटिड्स हैं, वो रिकम्बाइन हो गए. राइट? सो दिस एक्सचेंज ऑफ क्रोमोसोमल सेगमेंट्स इज कॉल्ड एज क्रॉसिंग ओवर. क्रॉसिंग ओवर का क्या मतलब है? एक्सचेंज ऑफ क्रोमोसोमल सेगमेंट्स, और वो फिर से रिकम्बाइन होते हैं. ठीक है? दिस इज कॉल्ड एज रिकॉम्बिनेशन. क्रॉसिंग ओवर के बाद जो क्रोमोसोम्स का कॉम्बिनेशन बनेगा उसको बोलते हैं रिकॉम्बिनेशन. ठीक है? Now what is the effect of crossing over on genes? For example, there is a gene A, similar example we are taking, and there is a gene C. ठीक है? Here a gene B is placed and here a gene D is located. ठीक है? So अब सेल डिवीजन के टाइम पे क्या होगा? The B gene will go with C, right? They are on the same chromosome, and gene A will go with D. So हमने क्या देखा कि ड्यू टू क्रॉसिंग ओवर द रिकॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ जीन्स ऑल्सो टेक्स प्लेस. ठीक है? मतलब बी अब किसके साथ जाएगा? सी के साथ, एंड ए विल गो विद डी. राइट? सो ये क्या हुए? ये रिकम्बाइन हुए. ठीक है? और इस कंसेप्ट को क्या बोलते हैं? रिकॉम्बिनेशन. क्रॉसिंग ओवर की वजह से क्या होता है? रिकॉम्बिनेशन. एंड व्हाट इज क्रॉसिंग ओवर? एक्सचेंज ऑफ क्रोमोसोमल सेगमेंट्स बिटवीन नॉन सिस्टर क्रोमैटिड्स. ठीक है? In the next class, we will learn more about Morgan's experiments, what crosses he did in Drosophila और क्या results मिले उन्हें, वो सब हम discuss next class में करेंगे. ठीक है? अगर आपको मेरी वीडियोस से हेल्प मिलती है तो प्लीज हिट द लाइक बटन एंड सब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल. थैंक यू.